Hi guys, this is our November board report, our activities since our last board meeting. Before we get into talking about some of the amazing things that have been happening, a short explanation. I am not Hildy, obviously. Hildy has been working with her mom over the last few days, actually for probably the last couple of months, but her mom's going to be moving into assisted living this weekend. She's been diagnosed with ALS. So that's been a big deal. So we are happy that she's going to be somewhere that she can be cared for as needed on a 24-hour basis. In addition, Hildy just got back from a keynote in South Carolina, so she's been on the move. When she got back, I told her I would be thrilled to do the board report this month, and thus I am thrilled to be talking to you today. Before we get into it, I wanted to give you an overview of the things we're going to be talking about. We have two committees or teams that have been working, and both of those have made really great progress this month. In addition, we've had a number of other opportunities where we've been able to engage and promote creating the future in a way that moves our mission forward in a variety of ways over the course of the month. So those are the things I'm going to be talking about, and let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is our online communities team, and fantastic that they have finished the work that they were doing, and it's been a unexpected treat as to what has come out of the work that they were doing. This along the lines of what Gail frequently talks about, that it's like in the last 10 minutes is all the good stuff comes out of the meetings. Well, over the last few months, this group has been working, and the work that they have done has resulted in some pretty amazing stuff. As a point of refresher, to go back to what this group was, or this team was originally working on, we were trying to get additional facilitators for the Facebook group, the consultants Facebook group, and for the NPCons chat and blog that goes along with that. In the course of talking about that, the team members also realized that we needed probably a big, what we would call a big tent group, where we could have anyone participate in conversation, not just consultants, around the core issues and values that Creating the Future is built on. Well, what has happened is that as a result of this, and I want to do a shout out to the folks who were on this committee, but as a result of this, we have the ability now to put together a manual, to put together flash classes, to put together basically blog posts, an entire track of what it would take to create effective, impactful online communities. And that has allowed us to create this step-by-step guide. Has been the work that this group of folks has done. So thank you, and this is over, but I want to thank Nancy Iannone, Jane Garson, Kevin Monroe, Mark Pittman, and Marlene Oliveira, who were instrumental in having this team reach that conclusion. And we're ready to just sort of tear up the road here with the work that we're going to be able to do with the work that they were able to do. The second thing I wanted to talk about in terms of the teams is our faculty development team. There is a link that you'll see in this video to actually a video that Hildy created just recently on progress of the faculty development team to date so far this year. What I have to report beyond that is that the faculty development team will be ready as a cohort by the end of this year to actually begin producing and being faculty for doing flash classes and doing 3-minute videos and doing the blog posts and doing a variety of things that fall into what the board had originally asked about, was prioritizing this sort of intro-level class that we wanted to do. So they'll be ready to do that by the end of the year, which is absolutely amazing, and kudos to them for doing that. The next thing I want to talk about is one of the strategic initiatives that we had this year that resulted in a number of really, really impactful ways of moving that forward throughout basically the nation. And it's the strategic initiative of increasing the visibility of creating the future. The first thing I want to talk about is that we had a couple of flash classes this month. Actually, we had one flash class and then a webinar this month. I did a flash class earlier this month on using free technology to engage your board. And Hildy did a webinar with the Pennsylvania Association of Nonprofit Organizations, I should say. And this was actually the same one that she had done earlier in the year. What was interesting about this is that James Erkson, the Director of Education for the Pennsylvania Association, took what he learned in that first sustainability webinar, which they put on, which Hildy had done earlier, and used that and actually put the thinking from that into effect and created a marketing plan that expanded the program to include the Texas Association, the Michigan Association, and the Washington State Association, which dramatically increased the number of people who were part of this program. It was very impactful the first time. As a matter of fact, led to the work that we're doing with a number of different organizations who watched that initial webinar and wanted to see how they could become more part, or they can incorporate that thinking into their work and the things that they're doing. At the same time, this month, there was a Q&A, a live Q&A session with a college class at the University of Omaha with Angie Eikenberry, the instructor. And Angie, you may recall, was a guest at one of our board meetings in the past. And it was a live Q&A session with her students, which was fascinating because they're taking this class where the Pollyanna Principles is the textbook for it, and they got to talk to the author of that and ask questions, some of them provocative and some of them just clarifying for them in terms of what's going, how this applies to the work that they're doing and where they're going. Another example of manifesting the strategic initiative was the keynote speech that I mentioned earlier that Hildy was at with the Richland County Library Association out of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. The engagement that happened there and the enthusiasm of this group of 300 librarians, which is pretty amazing. What they do is shut literally the entire library system down for a day and bring the staff from their entire library system in to be part of this conference. So clearly that the ability to increase visibility in that instance was marked. And then the last thing is what we're preparing for next week, which will be the week before the board meeting. And that is being present at BoardSource. We're in the process of getting ready for that, and we'll be leaving. But clearly, that is going to increase the visibility of creating the future in ways that we haven't even seen the impact of. The cohort of fellows who are in the LA area, along with other fellows who are going to be attending the BoardSource session, are already planning a variety of different get-togethers and discussions. I'm sure we're going to have a bar camp, yay. And it's going to be a very, very interesting session to be able to be in front of an organization, or at least the people who are participating in an organization like BoardSource. Well, that's probably it in terms of what's been going on and what will go on between now and when we see you at the board meeting. Hope you have a great week that's coming up here, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.